I'm just going to do a really quick video here. So I have made this little neat thing and this little butterfly. And the butterfly, as he flies, when he touches a petal, he completes the circuit and makes the petal light up. I'm doing a quick video because this is a gift I'm giving to somebody who is awesome and helped me on the internet with stuff. So in the back here, this is actually taped closed because I had stripped the screw when I was originally doing it. This is just a 3-button battery holder. Each button is 1.5 volts. So 3 of those is 4.5 volts. And 4.5 volts is more than enough to run an LED, but not enough to really burn it out. So you don't have to put in a resistor. I have a 50 ohm resistor. It caused the LED to be really weak, so I just got rid of it. I then took a wooden circle and cut holes in it. You don't have to do that. And really the concept and design here is I have the positive and negative terminals of the battery basically being exposed and connected in wires. And all the negative terminals are all set here. So each one of these is basically a big extended negative terminal. And this is the connection to the positive terminal. So all you're doing is creating a really simple button. And when you're connecting these, it's connecting the button. So this is a kid-friendly project because it really doesn't use anything. There's no Arduino code. There's no any code at all. In fact, there is no buttons. You don't have to solder. You can use electrical tape and connections. It's just not going to be as good. Now, there's another question. So I learned this awesome technique, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to zoom. So to make these leaves, what I did was on Amazon, I bought this giant roll of brass wire. This wire, I believe, is called framing wire. And the problem with framing wire is twofold. So one is when it starts to unravel, it's completely impossible. But if you see, it's really, really easy to bend and play with. There's 2 solutions to this. One is you pull it tight, and then you put it in a drill. So you can clamp it in a drill. So you clamp one side in here and hold another side here with a pair of pliers, and then you turn it on. So when you turn it on, it spins it, and it actually causes it to stay straight. So it's a really easy way to straighten it out, but it also adds structural integrity. Another way to add a lot more structural integrity is to double it up. So I took 2 right next to each other. All right, there it'll focus. So you'll see I have 2. So I just took 2 right next to each other, pinched them on one end, drill bit in the other. Just drill them, and they spin, 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 spin. About 30 seconds, maybe a minute later, you have these 2 beautifully, nice looking things. You have the 2 that are kind of intertwined, and they make this nice pattern, and it's really structurally sound. It's really strong. It won't bend. If when you do bend it, it will keep its shape. So it's really, really good. It is conductive. There's no coating on it, which is how I was able to use them as the terminals. And I did solder them, so I will show this yet again for the 3rd time. So as you can see, there's solder at all the joints to keep them in, and then there is hot glue to keep that nice as well. And it's a nice piece of wood. You can design it however you want. I can't say my design is the prettiest thing in the world. I kind of had to throw it together really quickly, but you get the concept. Basically, all you're doing is you're taking 3 batteries, smushing them together. You're connecting the terminals. One side of the terminal connects to all your negatives, the other side to your positives, and the only thing to really keep in mind here is LEDs work one way. So if you connect, so make sure you test which is your negative and which is your positive, which one works, and then make sure you connect them in that way. And if you're not soldering, just keep in mind that if things jiggle around a bit, no matter how much electrical tape and things like that you use, you might have a bad connection. But with the spindly wires, what I found is the spindly wires, if you have an LED with pretty long legs, if you wind it within, that stays pretty well, and it keeps a pretty good connection. So I hope you like this video. I hope you like this. Again, this was a gift I made for a friend as a quick thing of like, what could I toss together with things I had lying around that would be neat and fun. And also I wanted to try and do something without any sort of coding or without any microcontrollers, because there's a lot of applications to that, and it makes it more accessible because this is cheap. And I actually took these guts where I got this. This was originally from one of those kid toys that lights up, kind of like a fake lightsaber. It was probably $1, maybe $2, and it had actually different modes. And when I was playing with it, I happened to solder it too hard, and I fried something in the board, so I had to go to a really simple thing, and I couldn't make these kind of blink and shift, and that would have been more fun, but this is what I came up with, and I hope you enjoy, and I hope you can build it yourself. If you have any questions, comments, and suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. Thank you so much, and have a great day.